All right, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the top 7 abandoned checkout mistakes that pretty much 80% of e-commerce brands are making at the moment. I'd say even more than that. As you may know, the abandoned checkout is probably the second highest income generating flow. And I've seen this across the board, across multiple Klaviyo accounts. So make sure it is extremely important that this one is optimized to the core. All right. That being said, let me dive right into it. So the abandoned checkout flow, as I mentioned before, is one of the most profitable automations in email marketing. For many brands, it's the second highest revenue generating flow. Sometimes, to be honest, even the first. And again, I've seen this across the board, multiple industries, niches, etc. Yet, most brands fail to optimize it properly. Here's how to fix the biggest mistakes and recover more lost revenue. First things first, the biggest mistake I see all the time is not excluding abandoned checkout subscribers or people going through that flow from other campaigns, from actual weekly campaigns, if you will. When someone enters the abandoned checkout flow, they are already deep in the buying process. But if they're also getting regular marketing campaigns, marketing emails, you risk confusing them with conflicting messages and offers and stuff like that, reducing urgency by flooding them with non-relevant content, and wasting email slots instead of focusing on conversions, because these people are already at the bottom of the funnel. They just need a quick nudge instead of like receiving a bunch of non-relevant campaigns, right? So what you need to do here is tag users when they enter the abandoned checkout flow and exclude them from campaigns. And of course, at the end, remove the tag once they complete the entire sequence. So when you create a checkout starter trigger, so essentially a abandoned checkout flow, you need to tag people going through it. That way you can create a segment based on people who are tagged with this specific tag right here, and then exclude them from your weekly campaigns. Really, really important. Second mistake is not being aggressive enough in the first 24 hours. You see, most abandoned checkout purchases happen within the first 24 to 48 hours for the most part. If you're not aggressive in this window, you're pretty much losing sales, because most prospects will churn at that point in time, if that makes sense. So to fix this, send at least 2 emails in the first 24 hours. Optimize those emails to the maximum, like A/B test the crap out of it. Stronger subject lines, content, clear CTAs, urgency-driven messaging, etc. Make sure you A/B test those first 2 emails, especially, of course, the first one. And then third, use SMS as a secondary touch point for immediate impact as well. If someone, as mentioned before, left checkout, they were seconds away from buying from you, from completing the purchase. Acting fast ensures they don't forget or buy elsewhere, essentially. Just life gets in the way, so it is extremely important to be aggressive within the first 24 hours. All right? Third one is not using SMS for faster conversions. Email is extremely effective, but SMS gets seen instantly. Yet most brands don't include text reminders in their abandoned checkout flow. So by doing the following, you can fix this mistake right here. First things first, for new customers, send 1 to 2 SMS messages in the first 24 hours to 48 hours. For returning customers, reduce SMS frequency or just don't send SMS at all. They already know your brand. So use SMS to reinforce urgency and scarcity as well. So again, for the most part, for our clients, for returning customers, we don't use SMS, but we do for new customers, like prospects, right? Really, really powerful. And again, I see many brands not taking advantage of SMS. For some of the brands we work with, SMS can be up to 10% of the entire retention marketing revenue. So really untapped revenue stream, if you will. Okay, fourth point here is, and this is a big one I see all the time, is offering discounts too soon. Most abandoned checkouts are not price related. I'm going to repeat that. Most abandoned checkouts are not price related. They happen because people get distracted. Offering a discount right away hurts your margins unnecessarily. So do the following. For the first 2 emails of your flow, just use them as reminders. Don't have any offers, no discounts whatsoever. For the third, fourth email, you can introduce an incentive, right? But don't do it for the first 2 emails. That's extremely important. It avoids giving away margin to customers who were already planning to buy from you at full price, okay? Next, not personalizing messaging for returning customers. If someone has already purchased from your brand, from you before, your abandoned checkout, your abandoned cart flow, emails should acknowledge that. Really important. Sending a generic message makes them feel robotic and irrelevant. It really applies to all the other flows as well, but especially this one right here. So make sure you use a conditional logic to personalize emails based on past purchases. Address returning customers with messaging like, hey, thinking of restocking, we've got you covered, we've got your cart ready. You already know what the quality of your products are. Let's wrap this order up, right? Something like that, where you actually acknowledge the fact that you know there are customers already, right? This is really powerful. Returning customers don't need convincing, they just need a quick nudge, right? Now, sixth, offering discounts to returning customers instead of smarter alternatives. Repeat customers, as I mentioned before, usually are not price sensitive, right? Offering them a discount is often unnecessary and hurts profitability for most brands. So instead of a discount for those returning customers, you can offer a payment plan, right? A subscription options or loyalty perks if they place the order. For example, earn double points when you complete this order. Why this works? Because it protects profit margins while still giving hesitant buyers a reason to convert. Right now, acquisition is harder than ever for most e-commerce brands. So we want to make sure we protect those margins as much as we can. So again, for returning customers, for the most part, don't use discounts. You can use, again, a payment plan, subscription options, or exclusive loyalty perks as well. Now, final point here, which is extremely important, is this is for brands doing over 200, 200K, 300K per month for the most part. If you're not doing those like revenue levels, then just don't bother. But seventh point is not splitting the flow based on cart value. A $20 order and a $200 order should not be treated the same. If you're sending identical abandoned checkout emails to all customers, you're leaving money on the table. For low value cart customers, discounts may not be needed for small orders. Instead, promote payment flexibility like buy now, pay later to remove hesitation. Now, for high value cart customers, since these customers are more valuable, offering a discount in email number 3, as I mentioned before, and beyond makes way more sense, right? Reinforce why your products are worth the investment before applying an incentive, okay? So why this works, treating high value cards differently ensures you maximize revenue while protecting margins on low ticket items. That's pretty much for this video right here. As you mentioned before, the abandoned checkout is extremely important. And it's so important that it shouldn't be left untested because it's gonna, by applying all these changes that I mentioned in this video right here, you'll be able to increase conversions and protect your margins as well. Now, if you enjoyed this video right here, please don't forget to drop a like and a comment. It really helps with YouTube algorithm. And if you're running an e-commerce brand doing over 50K per month right now and you want a high-performing email marketing team to handle your retention marketing, we'd be more than happy to basically put together a free Klaviyo audit for you, as well as a specific plan of attack for you. No strings attached whatsoever. So a link to my Calendly, it's going to be in the description box below. So feel free to go in there and book it and works for you. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.